Okay, so welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming out in the snow. Appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So please just sit on your chair. Remember the drill that we don't want to utilize the back of the chair. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, and then we're going to allow our shoulders to relax. You're always welcome to close the eyes so that you can take your awareness within. Check in with your feet, allow them to be nice and grounded on the floor. And we're going to start to connect to our breathing. So we're going to be breathing in and out through the nose. So we want to allow the oxygen to enter through the nose to fill up, and then we'll also exhale out the nose. So the inhale, drawing the oxygen into the body, into the bloodstream, bringing that prana in. Exhale, letting go, calming the body, and basically releasing what the body cannot use, right? So elimination, the exhale. So just take these few moments here right before class, actually before we begin to move, to just settle in, to just let yourself arrive. Preparing the physical body as well as the mind for the practice. You may find that your inhalation becomes longer, deeper. That's your body inviting in more energy. If you've already had a lot going on this morning, you may tend to find your exhalation elongate. And that's helping to calm the body, tap in to that part of the nervous system that helps you to relax, the parasympathetic nervous system. And that is why we breathe in and out through the nose, which is a little different than, say, an aerobics or a cardio class. So just be with your breath for a few more moments, and then we'll begin to warm up. You can also feel the breath, feeling the rise and fall of the heart center, the expansion in the belly as we utilize the diaphragm, the muscle of the breath. Reminder that as we practice this morning, to completely honor your body. If there's anything that feels uncomfortable or creates pain, please back off. If at any point you want to go a little deeper because it feels good, allow the body to slip in deeper. Everybody should be moving at their own unique pace. Good, just a few more breaths here in stillness. And then from here, we're going to move into warming up the body. So when you're ready, please inhale deeply. When you exhale and release that breath, let's lower that chin down into the chest. Feel the shoulders letting go a little bit more. And just pause here. Head tilted forward as we move a stretch into the back of the neck. From here, let's take the chin and just begin to slide it gently from side to side, allowing this to deepen the stretch in the lower portion of the neck. And then we'll let that chin rest in center. And from here, we'll begin to swing the ears up and over the shoulder. So again, nice and gentle at first, checking in with the neck. Of course, cold weather also makes the body slightly stiff. So allow it to awaken with these warm-ups. All right, the next time that right ear is over that right shoulder, let's hold there. Feel the stretch along the left side of the neck. If you feel as though you might need a little deeper stretch, you could take that right hand and draw the head a little closer to the shoulder. But again, you may not need that. Just the tilt of the head could be plenty for you. Continue to flow the breath consistently in and out through the nose. Inhale here. As you exhale, let's roll the left ear over the left shoulder. And we'll hang out there. Shoulders soft. Stretch. Moving into the right side of your neck here. Again, you're welcome to use the hand to draw that head a little closer to the shoulder, but not necessary. Always guiding that breath too into the part of the body where you may feel it opening and stretching. That's a good rule of thumb. And then inhaling here, exhale, chin comes to chest, and then we continue to travel all the way around this time. So very gently letting the head circle around. You may hear some internal crunching, right? We talk about that. That's just moving through any stiffness. Awakening that neck. Good, and then reverse direction, please. Other direction, full circle. Your breath pace. Good, and then let's bring that head to neutral and center. Inhale. Exhale fully. Good. And you can open the eyes if you haven't already. Get your vision back. Take a few blinks. Good. All right, welcome back. Right? Already feeling like, ooh, jello. All right, good. So let's take the hands in front. Let's interlace the best you can. And then if you're able, flip those palms down. Take it easy on this one, okay? Good. So think of it as you're spreading the fingers apart so that you can really press the palms and extend down, doing your best to straighten the elbows. I know some of you with your shoulders, you might have a little bend. But let's start to feel the shoulder blades opening up on the back and send the breath through those shoulder blades. So inhale deeply through the shoulder blades. You can exhale out the palms. Good. Feeling that spread along the top of the shoulders, upper back. A few more breaths. Good. If you're able, you're going to lift up probably to in front of your heart space here, and then bend the elbows as you draw the backs of the hands in toward the heart. Good. In this position, let's circle those palms. Either direction is fine because we'll reverse it. Good. Feeling the shoulders start to open. Take it easy if you have any shoulder stuff. And then reverse direction. Beautiful. All right. And then we'll slow that. And then if you're able, stretch it out again and go a little higher. But check in with your shoulders. Go to the height of your body. Maybe you might find coming all the way over your head, but if that doesn't work, you can come down a little bit more. Good. And right here, just breathe. Find the length from the sits bones where you're seated all the way up the spine through the palms, like you're trying to hold up the ceiling with the palm of your hands. Flow the breath up for length. Exhale without collapsing the body, and inhale again for a little more space. Good. One more full breath. Good. Next exhale, release the fingers and just float the arms all the way down. Tickle your neighbor's fingertips right there, and then just give a little swing. All right. Good. Okay. Hands are going to find resting on the quads on the top of those thighs. Again, feet are grounded. Elbows can be bent, and let's work that spine. So heart and navel point. As you inhale, you're going to pull forward. Exhale, you're going to round it out. Good. Inhale forward. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Exhale, rounding. Good. We got the creaky chairs today. Inhale forward. Exhale back. All right. Remember, you're really exaggerating this movement so you can get into every single vertebrae, even the discs in between the vertebrae. Opening up the central nerve channel. A lot going on in the spinal flex here. A couple more times. Good. All right, one more forward and one more back. Good. And then neutral spine. We're going to walk the feet a little closer together. Go ahead and take your right hand, travel it to the outside of the left. Good. On an inhalation, you're going to twist to the left. Soften the shoulders and the chin and hold this gentle twist. You can glance down at the floor to relax the neck. Send the breath up and down the spine, starting to energize that body. Twists are nice and energizing. They create an internal massage for the organs in the torso. Again, starting to create some heat in the body. Good. On your next inhale, let's rotate to center. You can let that hand slip back. One full breath in center. Good. Let the left hand come to the outside. On an inhale, twist to the right. Good. You should be looking at a different neighbor. Shoulders are relaxed, chin is tucked. As you breathe in and out of the rotated spine in this direction. And then inhale, rotate out. And exhale. Good. One breath in center. Good. And let's start to walk the feet apart a little more. This is going to be for our forward fold. Remember, if you tend to get dizzy, keep the head above the heart, okay? So first start with elbows on the knees. Again, this might be plenty. And if you're here, you're stretching the top of the head as far away from your tailbone as you can. So like you're really tractioning that spine. Again, you're welcome to stop right here. If it feels good, you can come a little further. You're going to start to tap in now to the lower portion of your back, right? You're parallel to the floor. This is still okay. You won't get dizzy. If it feels okay, you can travel the hands to the floor or feet, and you can just let the spine pour forward like a waterfall. This will definitely draw the stretch deeper into the lower back. Good. Be here for a moment. Breathing up and down the spine, taking gravity out of the lumbar, of the back. Let it soften. See where you can let go. Remember, no judgment. You're going where your body needs to go. You're not worried about where your neighbor is. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly come up. Utilize your core. Use the elbows to the knees if you need that support, and then hands to the knees to press you all the way up. Once you're at seated, take a couple breaths. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. Some of the chairs that are closer, you might need to push them forward a little bit just to give yourself some space. So you're coming behind the chair. Okay, pretend this is the back of the chair for me. And then I'm going to walk it back. Feet are about hip distance. Okay, so about chair leg distance apart. And then you're going to bend into those knees. All right, you're holding onto the chair. And then you're going to send that tailbone way back. Again, elongating that spine. So this is what we're going for here to get real space in that back. So extend that tailbone far away from the top of the head. And then if your legs will have it, you can begin to straighten the knees, right? You're definitely going to feel this in the hamstrings, backs of the legs. So you be the judge of how straight you go with those legs. Maybe there's still a little bend. And then allow your head to drop in between the arms. This will tap in to a deeper stretch for the shoulders, right? So check in. You know you can modify maybe by lifting the head to relieve the shoulders or bending the knees to relieve the hamstrings. But allow your body to slip in. The breath flowing. Each exhale, the body loosens and falls a little deeper into the pose. And just be for a moment, allowing the entire backside of your body to open up. Good, let's bend the right knee, straighten the left. And then switch, bend the left, straighten the right. Ooh, I heard that one. All right. And keep it going, so nice and slow, one knee and then the other knee just to get in to the hip, hamstring connection. And then utilize that motion to begin to raise the head and walk yourself back up into the chair and come all the way back up to standing. All right, take a breath. Woo! Usually it's my hip or my knee or ankle that cracks. All right, good one. And then we're going to turn and take the right hip to the back of the chair. Good. Chair's there if you need it. Okay, know that if at any time you're feeling unstable, please hold. Right? If you don't need the chair, the arm can be alongside the body. All right, that outside arm extends up. Right here, let's just try to take those fingertips up to the sky. Really lengthen that whole left side. Feel your right shoulder dropping down, even if you're holding the chair. Good. Saw that drop. All right, on an inhalation, length, and then arch over the chair, so you're stretching this whole left side. Reminder that if you have any shoulder stuff going on, you're going to bring that arm across the heart and just hook the fingers to the opposite shoulder. But the body still crescents over the chair. That left hip is pressing powerfully away. Feet are grounded, and you are moving the hips, right? So we want to make sure the left hip presses powerfully out. This big crescent moon shape with the body to open up the side body. On your next inhale, let's straighten it out. Good. Take a breath. You're feeling nice and open on the left, all crunched on the right. Let's fix it. All right. Left side of the body is now facing the chair. Again, you can hold on or arm comes alongside the body. Good. Ground those feet, hip distance. Outside arm raises up. Extend for 2 breaths. Really raise those fingertips as high as you can. On an inhalation, inhale, arch your body toward the chair. Press that right hip away now. Good. Keep that left shoulder relaxed, dropping down. Act as though you have a weight on that shoulder, releasing it from the earlobe. Outside arm is up and over. Body is the shape of a banana, turn to the side. Really open up that right side of your body. Always having consistent breath. Good. Next inhale, let's straighten it out. Ooh, release that arm. Body now feels balanced. Let's bounce those shoulders a little bit. Swing those arms. Good. Maybe a couple circles with those hips, little hula hoop hips. And then reverse. Perfect. All right, you're going to come back to facing the chair. All right, again, chair's there if you're feeling unstable. We're going to step straight back with that right foot. Slight angle on that back foot so it feels grounded and comfortable. You just feel a little stretch in the hip, upper hip of that leg where you stepped back, okay? Good. Chair's there if you need it. If you don't, hands can be on the hip. Good. Inhale for length. Exhale, let's take this heart forward toward the chair. Careful forehead doesn't bang into that chair. Right? And you're at a parallel spine. So the spine is parallel to the floor. You should feel this in the back of the left leg hamstring. All right? If it was to the side, it would look like this. And you're just holding. You have to engage core here. So navel is in and up. Use that to protect the spine in this posture. Keep the breath flow. Good. One more full breath. Next inhale, slight bend to that front knee. Use the core and bring it up. Good. All right. Bend into this front knee and step it forward toward the chair. Take a full breath. Good. All right. Chair's there if you need it. Let's step on back with the left. Good. And again, the distance that you're stepping back is what you feel comfortable with. Obviously, if you go way far, you're going to be like, whoa, I can't even get to the chair, right? So close it up a little bit. I would say like maybe 2 ruler lengths is good enough. All right? Chair's there if you need it. Hands are on the hips. Let's inhale for space. Exhale, take it forward. Stop where it feels good, right? Maybe parallel is a little too much. So maybe you're more at an angle. Right? The more you come forward with your torso, the deeper the stretch in the back of this front leg. Keep reaching that heart straight forward out over those toes to keep that spine from collapsing. Again, utilize the core. Remember, if you're not sure how to engage the core, you can cough, or you can say that word, ha, right? Ha, ha, I got this pose, ha, right? And then you know it's working. Keep that breath. Good. Hold it for one more breath. I know you got this. And then on your next inhale, bring it up with strength. There it is. Good. Whew, take a breath. Right? Bend that front knee. Step it forward. Shake it out of it. Good job. All right. Still behind that chair. Let's take our squat feet. This is where we turn the feet out. Okay? So duck feet, because we always want the knees tracking that center toe when we're going to bend. All right, let's do our shimmy side to side. Here we go. You can hold the chair if you need it. There goes my ankle. All right? Or you can hold the hips. All right? Just kind of working into the joints of the ankles and the knees. Good. And then let's shift to the right and hold. Put the brakes on. All right? This is definitely going to fire up that quad a little bit, we know. Remember not to stick it out in the back there. Tuck it under. We want the heart over the hips, over that tailbone. It just works the quad, and it also works the psoas in the front of the hip. Power it up. Couple more breaths. You could do it. All right, and center. Good. Take a breath. Good, ladies. All right. And then we're going to shift over to the left. Remember, it's the side you didn't do before. So if you're like, I think I did this side, shift to the other side. Right? And so there's length in that extended leg. And then this knee might float a little bit past the ankle. That's okay. You're definitely working the quad and the hip. Glutes work as well. All right, hold it and breathe. Send that energy to the hip. We want to have nice, strong hips, nice, strong knees, especially when it starts to get icy, right? We want to be able to be in full control, no slippage. All right, inhale. Let's take it to center. Good. Check in with the feet. Make sure you feel comfortable here. Now, we're going to go into full squat. Both knees are going to bend. Remember, your peacock feathers don't fly out. They go straight down, so down. Rather than, tuck it back in. Tuck that tail, right? Nice high heart. All right, so we're here. We're nice high heart. We have to use a little bit of core, right? I know you're feeling it. Take some good breaths, right? But feel how strong and stable, right? If you keep working this, I know it's a lot. I know there's a little bit of sweat going on. It's okay. Couple more breaths. Benefits you to do the work now to keep your body nice and strong and stable. All right, inhale, come on up. Woo! All right, bring those feet together. Woo, Nelly. All right, shake it out. Whew. Good. All right. All right, so you're going to step to the right side of your chair, and this is for balancing, okay? So if you have room, you can even be to the back and turn to the side, just so that you have the chair there to hold on to for stability, all right? So whatever works, all right? I don't pretend I have a chair here. All right, so we'll take the outside leg, all right, and you're going to bring it in, and you can be on the tippy toes, all right? And you're going to find your focal point, so staring at something. I know. There's like nothing to stare at. It's funny because the other night I'm like, look at the bricks, but it was so dark you couldn't even see like the brick. There's nothing in there. All right. So stare at something in your house, basically, because that's what you'll be doing. Something pretty, right? And you can be on tippy toes because you've already removed part of the foundation. All right. And then maybe you slide the foot up. Maybe it comes up a little more. Right? And you're breathing. And you're playing with it. You have the chair. Once you feel comfortable, maybe you take your hand off, but if you slip down, that's okay. Come back in, right? Take hold of the chair or a wall, something stable in your home, something that you know is not going to move if you move, right? Because your body is energy. It's always going to be wiggly. The focus is very important, your drishti. Take that gaze, focus, and remember to breathe. Good. A couple more breaths on this side. And then when you're ready, come on down. Woo! Shake out that foundation leg because that's also getting some work, right? That's our weight bearing. So we know this is a twofold. We're practicing balance and we're weight bearing on all the joints on this whole leg. Ankle, knee, hip. All right, step to the other side, or just so that you can hold on comfortably so you can raise that outside leg. All right, so here we are. We're holding on nice and tall. Core is engaged slightly, and our vision, our drishti is connected. When we're ready, we come onto tippy toes on the outside. Again, that might be plenty. If you're ready, you can bring the foot up. Remember to not press the heel into the knee in case you slip. Not good. So just let the foot cradle on that calf. It's a perfect connection. Staring, gazing, focus. Full breath, breathing. Testing that hand off the chair, but then you're like, oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll try it again. No. One more time, yes. Right? And then, I'm just going to shut it. Sorry. I should have shut this in the beginning. All right. I didn't forget about you. I'm back. Couple more breaths. If you come out, come back in. And down you come. Woo! Shake it out. All right. Practice that. I don't care what you do while I'm gone. Balance every day. And the down dog one that we do, this one. Right? Those are the 2. And spinal flex, sorry. 3. Those are the 3. Those are the 3 you're always going to do. All right, come back down to seated. Good. I know. I keep adding, right? But those are really good. The spinal flex, obviously, for your back. The supported down dog to stretch everything out. And then balance. We all need balance, right? Okay. All right. So we're going to go a little wide here. So it's seated squat feet. Okay. Good. And then we're just going to take that right palm and just rest it on the seat of the chair. So you might have a little chair. You might scooch back a little bit. And then you're going to take that left arm up and over like you're holding a big beach ball. So this bottom hand might slip over a little bit if you need that, just to relax the shoulder. And then this arm up and over. Or my shoulder people, you're coming across. Okay, not to tap into that shoulder if it's uncomfortable, if you have anything going on. Good. And this is the one where we don't want to collapse the knees, allow the knees to collapse in. So we want to keep the knees open so that we're getting some stretch in that lumbar spine. Those tendons I always talk about, there's 3. They're called the QLs. They come out and into that spine. They get tight. So breathe nice and deep into that lower back. And then on your next inhale, let's rotate and come back up. Take a breath in center. Good. All right, left hand, okay? So you're just going to rest. Hand you didn't do last time. And then outside arm comes up and over. Here's that beach ball. So if you need to move that hand, right? If you don't move that hand that's on the bottom, what tends to happen? This shoulder kind of scooches up, right? So it's okay. Slide it up like you're scooping here, and this will relieve the tension on that shoulder. Up and over with this top arm or across the heart. Good. Keep the knees pressing away. Feel the stretch in the lower back. You can always glance down too. Don't add any extra tension to that neck. And then on your next in-breath, bring yourself on up. Good. Hold there for a nice breath and a nice smile. Yeah. Okay. Time out. Did it slip? Commercial break. Outfit change.
We just did that stretch.
Yes.
Stretch as much as we can through the hips, or are we just stretching?
Both. Okay. Both. What you don't want to do, which is an excellent question, is you don't want to lean and lift the sit bone off the chair. Okay? So you're grounding your sit. Does everybody know what the sits bone, like the butt bone? Okay. You want that in. You don't want to lean and lift. Okay, so and it's hard when the legs are open like this. So you're going to really ground into the sits bones and stretch up through the side. So you're going to stretch hip, right? So you have to press a little bit, just like we do that standing arch pose to get the hip. But if you're just stretching the side body, that's okay. And then you're going to feel it tap into that side of the lower back. Did you feel that? Like right here, like if I'm stretching this way, did you feel that right there? Yeah, that's your QL. That's what we're attempting to get at mostly in the pose, but you'll definitely, if you're tight in the hips, you'll get it in the hips too, because the legs are open. You wouldn't get it as much in the hips if your legs were like this, because the hips aren't, right? You haven't taken the femur bones out of your pelvic bowl, so you're not going to get the hips as much. Yeah, good question. Thank you. All right, good. So now, walk the feet together. All right, let's do a little bit of core. I know. All right, I know. So navel in and up, all right? There's that little lean. So you might want to scooch to the front edge of your chair. Arms are out. If you need to grip the seat, you can. And you're just going to lift your right. Right, and again, it might just be tippy toes if lifting up this high is too much. Spine should be nice and tall. There should be no sinking in your lower back. Okay? So I'm not like this. Right? I'm lifting, but my core is not doing the work here. What's doing the work? Leg and psoas. That's why you fatigue so quickly in the hip. And you're like, oh my gosh, how long is she going to make us hold this? But the more you lift high with that heart, the core engages. Do you feel the difference? Good. So hold it there, couple breaths. One more. And down you come. Woo! Windshield wiper those knees. Good. All right. We got to go to the other side. All right. So set up the upper body first before you even lift the leg, right? So you have the little lean. You know you've taken the roundness out of that lower back. Heart is lifted high. And then you lift the other leg. And you breathe. I've always said this. It's challenging to breathe when we're working core because we're holding the abdominals in and the diaphragm needs to move to breathe, right? So it can be a little challenging, but do the best that you can. Make sure you're getting some good breaths. It's okay to, right? I had a teacher, and I say this all the time. She's like, shake now so you won't shake later.
Oh.
All right? Right? Because you're really activating not only your muscles, but your nervous system too, right? But you're getting strong. And that's like, I'm working. One more breath. And down you come. Good. Woo, shake it out. All right, the rock star of poses. Here we go. We ready? Okay. Right? Set the upper body first. Right? And then try it out, tippy toes, both feet. And then, woo, woo, maybe both come up. And you know you can't round the back on this one, right? Because you won't even be able to lift those legs up. Keep on breathing. This is called Navasana. Good. Good. I hear some good breathing. 2 more breaths. Woo, and down you come. Good. Shake it out. Awesome. Windshield wiper, knees, and then shift the hip side to side. Good. Yes. Question.
That one, it was okay holding it, but it's okay if you're just leaning back a little.
Correct. You always want to lean because it's much harder to do it straight up.
Okay.
It's going to use more of the psoas than the quad, than the abs. Sorry. So you do have to have that little lean, right? Yes. Good question. All right. Shake it out. All right. And then everybody's favorite, the thread the needle. This is for our piriformis, for our back. Okay. So we're going to take the right ankle and cross it over. All right? Remember, if you don't own your own hips anymore, you stop right here. All right? If you do have your own hips, you can knee to knee it. All right? Or maybe this is too much and ankle to ankle feels better. Okay? Check in with your body. And then if you're able, ankle to knee. All right? And then scooch this bottom foot in like it's making a table leg. So slide your foot in a little bit more underneath your knee so it's 90 degrees at the knee. Right? And basically, that's just to help this ankle rest comfortably, right? Because if you're here, what's going to happen? This. Okay? So really, we're just making kind of a little table. And then you're going to sit up nice and tall. Good. You may already be feeling that in the hip, piriformis. If you need more, you're going to inhale for length and then hinge forward from the hips, keeping the spine straight. So again, a lot of not rounding in the lower back, right? Probably the only time we round in the lower back is the spinal flexing move we do. Other than that, we should always have a nice, tall, straight, long spine. And again, some of you may not need the forward fold because it might feel like too much of a stretch. So just a nice, tall lift with the spine. Seated in this position is getting the work done. You're the judge, right? I don't live in your body, you do. So you take it to your place of stretch. I don't know if I've ever said it in this class, but I always say it in my mat class. Yogis, like professional, like expert, advanced yogis, know when to back off. Right? People that just want to go for it and push, 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 know that sometimes that's not where you need to be. Good, just a few more breaths into this hip, glute. And then inhale, rise up. Good, let's uncross, even if you need to help it. Woo, place it down, shake it out a little bit, and then we'll move to the other side, okay? So ankle to ankle first. Again, we can pause there if that's good, or we can try knee to knee, excuse me. Or we can draw this ankle over. We check our foundation leg, make sure it's nice and stable. Good, and then we sit up nice and tall. Flexing this top foot too can help with some activation if you're not gonna float forward. Good, if you listen to your body and like, maybe I need a little more, you're gonna start to travel with the heart. Think of it as you're really trying to reach that heart out over these front toes. That'll help to stretch the spine out. Excuse me. And again, testing the waters to see where you need to stop and be in the pose. Long breath, long life. I had another teacher that used to say, breathe deeper and louder than you think you need to. And then from here on an inhalation, let's bring it up. Nice and slow. Uncross. Shake it out. Good. All right. And then let's go ahead and connect all the tips of the fingers. Good. And then remember, we're keeping the heels of the hands spread apart as we push to touch these upper portion knuckles to each other. Good. And then we smush the fingertips together, and then we stretch. Good, keep this going. Excellent for stretching out the hands. Do the best that you can. Sometimes you don't come all the way together, right? Do the best. This is great if you have any arthritis going on in your hands. Do the best you can. You'll feel this all the way down into your elbows, right? So nice and slow, doesn't need to be anything fast. If this is one you like and you need to do at home, I call it spider on the mirror, right? That is a good reminder of what you need to be doing. Good. Excellent. And last one, press, press, press. Let it go. And release, and shake it out. Good. All right, extending the right arm, grab it, palm is out, okay? And then you're taking those fingertips and doing the best you can, right? Maybe this is as far as you get. Check in. If you're able, you're gonna start to pull and maybe straighten, all right? This is all for the carpal. Okay, do the best that you can, right? Maybe it's just here. Maybe you're not even pulling. Maybe you're just, okay, here I am. It's okay, right? And a little bend in the elbow will help with relief. If it feels okay, you can begin to straighten that elbow, but that's a lot, That's a pretty deep stretch back there, right? Feel it in the carpal, feel it in the palm, all the nerve endings, the wrists. I know, breathe right in through that palm, exhale out that shoulder. One more. Whoo, and relax and shake it out, right? Feel that tendons all the way up in the forearms, even in the shoulder. That's a big one. All right, shake it out. All right, other side. Extend. Palm faces forward, and then if you like, you can just grab those fingers, trying to pull the fingernails toward the heart. Good. And bend in the elbow if you need it. Maybe you work to straighten. I know, it's a lot. Take some deep breaths. Close the eyes if you need to. Feel the breath doing the work in the body. Right? Yoga means union, uniting the breath to the physical body. Couple more. Good. And release and relax. Woo! Shake it out. All right, one more. You're going to reach either to the seat of the chair if you can get the back of the chair. Okay, this is just so we can open up the heart space. And then once you reach back, go ahead and roll your shoulders so that the shoulders pull back and that you're really exposing the heart center. And then kind of just a little lean forward like you're overlooking a cliff, and then drop the chin. Right, so opening up the back side, this is a really good one for opening up the front side of the chest, spreading the rib cage apart. It's a really good one to do when it's cold out because we tend to collapse in that heart center when we're cold to keep the heat in, right? So we want to open it up. Feel the shoulder blades, shoulders pulling back toward the back edge of the chair. Couple more breaths. Beautiful. Let the hands fall away. Start to come up to seated. Take a breath. Take a few head rolls, whatever direction you choose. And then please reverse that direction. And then come to center. You made it. You get to relax. So we call this Shavasana. Just be really careful that you don't slip off your chair. Okay, hands can either be, God bless you, resting up or down. Right now you can use the back of the chair for support. Chin can be into chest. Or if it feels good, you could drop the head back. Eyes are closing and you're coming back within. You're focusing on the breath. You're letting this breath create a soft landing for you to relax and be calm for the next few minutes. This position and this relaxing helps the body acclimate to all the work that you've just done. Take a quick inventory of your body. See where you may be holding any last little bit of tension and soften it. Allow the breath to balance out. Nowhere to go, nothing to do except be. The sun shines around me and within me. How wonderful it is to see and feel the sunlight streaming through the windows as a day begins. The sun's brightness and warmth drive out darkness and lessen the harshness of the cold. More than that, sunshine brings your outlook, making the day feel full of possibility, and you feel as though anything is possible. Just like the sun, there is brightness and warmth within you. Sometimes the clouds of pessimism and doubt obscure this light, and the coldness of resentment and unforgiveness may temper your warmth. But the sun within you never stops shining. As you clear the clouds through faith and forgiveness, your divine light breaks through, blessing you as well as all that you meet throughout your day. The sun shines around you and within you. That's an excerpt from the Daily Word, Unity Publications. Please draw a full deep breath in. Exhale as you let it go. Coming back into the room, back into your body, helping to awaken that body by wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles, bringing a full stretch into that body any way you can, bringing the life back, and then letting your palms connect as you come into your heart. God bless you. The mudra of many blessings, Anjali Mudra. As you shower yourself in a blessing, sending that light within out to family and friends, and sending this light out into the world. As we pray for peace, and as we acknowledge within each and every day of our lives, we always have at least one thing in each and every day to be very grateful for. Namaste. Namaste.